You push, you pull, you exhaust yourself trying to force the pieces of your life to fit together. When circumstances resist, the natural instinct is to push harder against them. This struggle represents the default human condition. A vast majority of mankind lives entirely in what we can call the world without, the external space of physical circumstances, where we try to manipulate our reality by physically moving the obstacles around us. We treat life like a process of accretion, or stacking things from the outside. But life is an unfoldment. It grows naturally outward from an internal source. When we try to fix our problems by working strictly with external effects, we never actually resolve the issue. We simply trade one form of distress for another. Constantly chasing and fighting these external symptoms requires a scattering consciousness. That scattered attention leads directly to a state of chronic confusion and physical discord. There is an alternative to this cycle. It is an environment that very few ever learn to navigate, the world within. This internal space is invisible, but its forces are highly structured. It is composed of thought, of deep feeling, and the potential to generate power. The core law governing these two environments is simple. The world without is an exact reflection of the world within. Every physical condition that appears on the outside was first constructed on the inside. True power is impossible to achieve by forcing external circumstances to change. To alter an effect in your life, you must address the internal cause. We possess a biological interface designed to bridge our physical limitations with creative potential. This animated diagram maps our nervous system, starting with the cerebrospinal tract. This upper system is the organ of the objective mind, centered in the brain. When we engage in destructive thinking, we send erratic signals through these nerves, physically admitting sickness and limitation into our bodies. Our subconscious mind, located in the solar plexus, serves as a direct receptor to the universal mind, the intelligent consciousness that pervades all space. This is our link to the constructive forces of the universe. Coordinating these two physical centers allows the finite individual to act upon the infinite. This functional alignment brings the objective and subjective minds into conscious cooperation. The environment of the universal mind operates as a fathomless sea of mind substance. It is a living, active material, sensitive to the highest degree. In its natural base state, this universal substance is static energy. It simply exists as the raw material of all things. Human thought is made of the exact same energy, but operating in a dynamic, vibratory phase. The physical act of thinking is the mechanism that converts this static, resting energy into a dynamic, moving force. Because this substance is sensitive, it takes form according to the mental demand placed upon it. Every specific thought you hold creates a distinct geometric mold or matrix. This matrix acts as the blueprint projected into the sensitive mind substance. The substance is compelled to fill that specific mold. It solidifies, taking form in the physical world to match the vibration of the thought. Since everything that exists is a manifestation of this one basic substance, every thought acts as a cause, and every condition acts as a corresponding effect. Because this substance takes form based on the specific vibratory mold of your thinking, absolute control over your mental output is the only way to determine the physical conditions of your life. Utilizing this creative mechanism requires a specific internal possession. You cannot express powers in the world without until you have first become conscious of them in the world within. To build this consciousness, select a quiet room where you will be undisturbed. Sit in a chair perfectly erect. Do not lounge and do not slouch. Allow your thoughts to roam wherever they want, but force your physical body to remain entirely motionless for 15 to 30 minutes. This physical stillness is the prerequisite for mental control. By suppressing the involuntary movements of the body, you secure control over your physical being, which is the necessary foundation for eventually holding a single steady mental mold without the interference of a scattering consciousness.